you so much for stopping by. So today I thought that it would be really helpful to explain to you guys why I chose to go with QKids over some of the other companies that you will find. Now, when you start searching for online ESL teaching, you're going to see a lot of different options, but I chose to go with QKids. So today I wanted to walk you through what those key decision makers were for me, and also compare it to another really popular ESL company out there called VIPKids. Now, VIPKids is super popular. There's so much amazing content out there on YouTube and the internet. The teachers are super passionate and they do an awesome job. So with that said, I just want to share why I felt that QKids was a better fit for me as opposed to VIPKids. So here's the list I came up with. So I'm going to go over this with you a little bit. So the first thing that really appealed to me was the fact that QKids will actually book for you. One thing that scared me off with VIPKids is it seemed like there are a lot of videos out there about how to increase your bookings, how to get, positive reviews from parents, how to create a really outstanding profile so that parents will select you. All of that is super great, but for me, I wanted it to be as low maintenance as possible. And one of the biggest selling points for me was that I simply post my availability and QKids does all the work. Now, the only downside to this is I don't usually get the same kids in my classes every time, although I have had the same kid once or twice, so that's cool. So you don't really get to build that relationship with students, but hey, for me, that's totally fine. I have so much fun anyway, and it's really cool seeing a bunch of new faces. So this to me is totally worth it. I mean, just book me up, we're good. The second reason I decided to go with QKids as opposed to VIPKids is that I really, really liked their fancy software platform. When I was looking at a lot of the demos for VIPKids, I really felt like it was kind of this stagnant PowerPoint style. There is a lot of interactivity in that, and the teachers do an amazing job at pulling in props and reward systems and things like that to make the students engaged, and the actual content of the lessons is right on. But what I really liked as a marketing professional and a visual learner myself is that this software that QKids uses is super interactive, and they use a concept called gamification to make learning fun. And being in higher education and education in general, gamification is kind of a buzzword and has been for a while. So I think they have done an awesome job with their platform. It's really a lot of fun for me to use, and I truly enjoy all the games that I get to play with the students. The other reason I decided to go with QKids is the built-in reward system. Now, as far as I know, VIPKids does have a built-in reward system, but there's a lot of content, again, out there about how teachers are creating external reward systems for their students, and they're super creative. I've seen some teachers who use a green screen and have like bananas pop up for the students, and then after they get like 3, they get another award, or they have like sticker systems. Again, for me, I want it to be as simple as possible, and I'm a bit of a minimalist by nature, so I don't want to have a whole bunch of other stuff hanging around my office, like stickers and rewards, because also my kids will get into them and make a mess of things. So the fact that I can easily reward the students with diamonds and the lucky boxes and the things that the system is already built in works fine. And honestly, the kids love the diamonds. I don't know what it is about diamonds, but every time we give them to them, we like celebrate, we do high fives and things like that, and they're laughing and having a great time. So diamonds are where it's at. The fourth reason I decided to go with QKids was they seemed a little bit more lenient than other platforms when it comes to their cancellation policy. I believe that VIPKids also requests a 24-hour cancellation policy, but I've read a lot of horror stories about teachers who were sick or something horrible happened, and they did cancel within 24 hours and then they get dinged for that. For QKids, they're just asking 24 hours in advance, and when you read the fine print in your teaching agreement, it actually says that if you can give them at least 5 hours advance notice, they're going to be okay with that. So to me, that's great. VIPKids has a pretty complicated cancellation policy, and I'm sure they have that because they manage so many teachers, so they do have to be super detailed. But they only allow 6 cancellations per contract. And I know that those 6 cancellations, it can be multiple classes, and that equals like 1 cancellation. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but to me, I want something as flexible as possible. I mean, even on QKids, they tell you, hey, if you're looking to take a break or a hiatus from teaching, just let us know, and they're good. Also, with QKids, they want you to submit your weekly hours Wednesday the week prior, because they usually post their class schedule on Sundays. So you can change it up as much as you want. As long as you're hitting around 12 classes a week, you're fine. The other reason I decided to go with QKids was because of the flexibility. So again, I really feel like with everything that QKids is doing, they're really considering the teachers and wanting to retain good teachers. So their contract is flexible. There's no set terms. Now, I think that can be a good thing and a bad thing, but for the most part, I like the idea that unlike QKids or VIPKids, I don't have to sign a 6-month contract, and then they don't reevaluate it every 6 months to see if they're going to let me continue teaching. So as far as I know, the contract is totally flexible. The hours are up to me. As long as I give them a reasonable heads up if I'm going to be out, there isn't going to be an issue. I have heard of some people with the 6-month contract at VIPKids not being renewed, and that's a bummer if they were really enjoying what they were doing. And obviously there are probably reasons that they weren't renewed, some of which might be they just might have too many teachers. So that's another reason I decided to go with QKids, is the contract flexibility. The other reason I decided to go with them is there really is no direct penalty fee for missing a class. Unlike VIPKids, they'll charge you, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't taught for VIPKids, this is just all information I could find, is about a $10 penalty fee for missing a class that's taken out. So I like my money, and I like to keep my money, and I prefer not to lose it, you know. Again, I think if you're giving people a reasonable heads up that you're not going to be available to teach a class, that's fine. But here I noticed there is some verbiage around missing a class, and they deduct points. And I believe those points affect your bonuses. So they're not deducting anything out of your payment, but they're just not maybe giving you your full bonus, which obviously you're not going to get the attendance / scheduling bonus if you don't show up. So to me, that's kind of like, yeah, that's obvious. So I think that they're a little more flexible there. One thing, when I was looking at this, I noticed that QKids actually pays a little bit less than VIPKids does. As far as I can tell, I think you can earn around like $22 an hour with VIPKids, and it varies depending on how long you've been teaching there, if you're a coach, also whatever credentials you came in with. But really, to me, they were fairly similar. So I think VIPKids is maybe around like $22 an hour, like I said. But QKids is pretty much that flat $20 an hour. So again, that breaks down to $8 per class that you teach, which is 30 minutes, plus your $1 scheduling bonus, plus your $1 performance bonus. So that quickly gets you up to $20 an hour. So to me, making $20 versus $22, I don't have to worry about my bookings, they just fill me up. The software is really nice. To me, that's absolutely worth the $2 less an hour. The last thing I did want to mention about the difference between QKids and VIPKids is that with QKids, you do have a max for the amount of hours that you can work. Online, they say it's about 19 hours max. When it comes to VIPKids, one cool thing about it is there isn't a max. If you are super caffeinated and you want to work like 80 hours a week, you can. But with QKids, again, you're gonna max out at about 20 hours, which to me, that's totally fine. This is purely supplemental income for me, so I'm not looking to make a full-time living off of this. In my current availability, I think I teach about 3 classes Monday through Friday, so I'm about 15 hours, and that's enough for me. Or I'm sorry, 15 classes, not 15 hours. But they do ask you to work a minimum of around like 6.5 hours a week. So that's it. So when I stacked up everything here, to me the choice was really clear after doing a lot of research. QKids really is the fit for me. And lastly, I think when you look at the culture of the company, they have been welcoming, very friendly, very understanding when it comes to some of the early technology issues that I ran into, some of the early time zone flubs that I had. Again, working in Arizona, not understanding time zones, being a little bit late for class. So they were totally okay with all that. So they also talk to you through WeChat, and the people are super friendly, super welcoming. The interview was super fun, it was a breeze. All that to me is why I choose QKids. I know there are a lot of other programs out there, so if there are any ones that you guys are looking to compare and you want me to kind of do a deep dive into the benefits of each, I'll absolutely do that. I know I briefly looked into Magic Ears, and I think it's Dada, ABC, but I'm more than happy to make another one of these videos to help you guys out in your decision. Awesome. Well, thank you again for stopping by, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Click the subscribe, leave me a comment, and again, if you guys are considering using QKids, feel free to use my referral code, and I would be happy to assist you on your journey. All right, well, thank you guys so much, and have a great day. See you later.